Look out for music on CD Baby. And as I said, for the last couple of weeks, we've had some my CD getting out with iTunes and Spotify and Pandora and all that good stuff. So we are working on that as we speak. So hopefully, real soon it'll be up and we'll be up and running. But as of now, you can go to CD Baby and purchase my CD, Love is Possible. So, Love is Possible was written by me, and you are, and I see you and my mister. And talking to her man, which I dedicated that to my man, Miss Pamela Wilkes. We give her bravo. She did a wonderful job with those lyrics, and I just did the melody to all of the music, except for, of course, my cover songs. And so I'm very, very happy about that. Love the music. I always want to give a shout out to the producer, Mr. Reggie Foster Jr., and of course, Tough himself, um, Multi Jewel. So they did a fantastic job with the music. Did it just like I gave it to him, more or less, and added their um, love and touch to it. So it's a wonderful CD. We're getting a great response for those that get the CD in hand. So we're looking forward to it getting on all the streaming places for you to be able to go and purchase. So we wanted to talk a little bit about, since what's going on is on my CD from that dynamic man himself. I did that song, Marvin Gaye. We want to know what in the world is going on in this world. So Ed and I are just going to have a little conversation about what in the world is going on in this world.
Oh, everything. I love it. Change. I love change.
Yes,
that's my sign. I thrive in change.
That's what makes everything happen, is when you have the ability to change. Everybody's not capable of doing that, and that's why it's important when you can love change and know that change can make a difference.
Well, you must accept change because that's the only constant in the universe.
Yeah,
everything must change, and in order for things to get better, they have to change.
That's right.
So we might want things to get better, but you want them to stay the same. That's not going to work. You have to change. So you have to make a decision sometime in your life that whatever you are right now, you need to change.
That's right.
And get better at what you're doing, who you want to be, and keep it moving.
And we wanted to talk a little bit, kind of combine that as far as our health segment is. I wanted to talk a little bit about sleep and the importance of getting your sleep. And want to talk a little bit about Eliquis, blood thinners, and if you're taking that. And we want to share with you that's what Ed is taking. And as far as side effects, what type of side effects? This is all new for you. And hopefully this will really help someone, because there's a lot of people now that are suffering with blood clots, or have a heart condition. Because if you sit down too long, that's where you can really acquire that. If you're laying down too long, you're not very mobile. A lot of times it happens to people if they've had knee replacement or hip replacement, and unless they're at least taking a baby aspirin, which is good for that, that can happen if you're just sitting all the time. That's why it's good, even if you are working on a sit down job, it's good for you to be able to stand up, move around. If you just move around your desk, stretch, do that kind of thing, stretch your legs, but basically even walk in place, jog in place. Because jogging absolutely on this concrete, of course, especially for women, it's not good to do, because it really and truly tears your knees absolutely down. So really, really be conscious of that as far as walking. And even if you got great shoes, concrete is just not really, really good. So Ed, tell me some of the side effects that can occur, not that you're experiencing it, but some of the side effects that can occur from taking, for example, he takes Eliquis. Now I know with warfarin, you can't do green vegetables. Matter of fact, somebody told me that a guy did that and he passed.
Really?
Yeah, you have to be very careful doing green vegetables with certain blood thinners.
Yeah, they say you have to, but there's something about the medical condition or the condition of people today that they know for certain that eventually you're going to get a blood clot. I remember being in the hospital and only there for a checkup and only going to be there a couple of days. And that's what the doctor told me. He says, one of the nurses came in and says, would you like uh,
And
a
ask them.
shot? No, he wanted to give me a shot. I said, what's for? He says, for blood clots. I said, I don't have any blood clots. He said, yeah, but if you stay in the bed long enough, if you lay there, I said, I'm not going to be here that long. He says, well, it's up to you because we offered to you. You know, when I got out the hospital, a day later, I got a blood clot.
I know, I
So
remember.
it's something that the medical profession know that's causing blood clots and that you get them easily, and they will kill you quickly.
Yeah.
They can travel through your system, get to your heart, especially if you already got your arteries are partially blocked, or you have any type of they call it DVT, deep vein trauma, which is what a blood clot is. And but some of the side effects of taking blood thinners is that you're taking them and they're too strong. You could have bleeding from the eye, your ears, swelling of your feet, uh,
Ankles.
yeah, ankles swell up on you, and a whole list of things that they say could happen to you if you. Fortunately, I'm not having any of those symptoms. They did call me and asked me and gave me an interview to find out what I was eating, was I sleeping okay, did I have any of those symptoms, and I told them no, I don't. I guess they're doing a survey. They're trying to do a research to find out how this particular uh, strength of medicine is working. So instead of giving you 10 milligrams of it, they give you five twice a day
Hmm.
because 10 might be too much at one time. So the five only lasts 12 hours. So you take that and then you take the other one in a day, 12 hours later, which seems to be working for me uh, because I have no side effects. Thank goodness, because the
Well, I
one.
think again, you have a strong constitution,
Well,
but
I was basically a healthy person. I didn't smoke, didn't drink. I don't stay up late.
you don't what? Now
Sometimes,
don't tell the people no lies now, cause you a night
sometimes,
owl. He be
sometimes.
watching. He be watching them games, and I know the brothers know that he watching the game after say, Ed, it's time to go to bed because we get up very
Well,
early. Both of us are working.
I'm going to bed earlier now. Now that I've got this condition, I don't want to have that because you do not want to have a blood. It's very painful and dangerous to get.
Now
Uh,
that's what's something that it's very painful because if you I mean your leg or that area gets very
your
hard.
knee, your leg, it just freezes up. I mean, it's painful to even walk or step on it or even stand up.
Now, do you think that that's like one of the signals? Like if you have been laying down a long time and all of a sudden you get a pain and you get up to walk and you can't really walk?
It takes a while for the blood to start circulating. That's what I call it, and that is a sign. You need to get checked out. If that happens to you on a regular basis, where you hesitate about standing, and your leg doesn't come alive for a minute or two, just by so you can walk, then you might have to get checked out for it and check your blood level to find out if you are subject to that or you have a propensity for getting blood clots, which you don't want. Because once you get a couple, they'll put you on blood thinners for the rest of your life.
Because one of the things too is that's hereditary in your family, right?
Couple people,
Yeah,
mostly.
and it can be hereditary that
Yeah,
you
it
can
can
that
be.
you.
It
So it's
can
something
be.
you might want to.
Well, since it has to do with the blood, then your blood is hereditary. So the condition of your blood might cause it. So if everybody in your family has the same similar conditions, you might be prone to getting blood clots.
And I think something else too that people. I mean, now as far as it's coming up to be the flu season. And a lot of people, a lot of doctors encourage you to take the flu shot. What is your opinion of that? Because I particularly don't care to take the flu shot.
Well,
They say after a certain age, you should really take it because you are more, you could more susceptible to getting the flu. But a lot of times, I think personally, and some people might not think, and this is just my opinion, that's all we ever give, because we're not doctors, lawyers, or Indian chiefs, or any of that.
yeah,
We just try to give you a little food for thought. But I know that, in my opinion, when they give you the flu shot, they're really putting the virus in you. Now, that's probably to fight it, but then I've had a lot of people say that once they get that flu shot, they wind up getting the flu.
they wind up getting sick because their bodies are already too weak and they're not in good physical condition to begin with.
So you think
And
that might be the reason,
that
maybe?
might be the reason why they have adverse reaction to the shot.
Okay.
Um, my thing is, why in the world do we have a flu season? We have a whole season dedicated to people getting sick and having the flu.
Well, that's the winter. We're in Chicago, so a lot of
But
times, if your body,
the winter does not. Cold does not give you a cold. Does not give you the flu. Otherwise, everybody in Alaska would be sick.
or how you know they don't be? We don't know that.
But you can't associate that with just being
Well,
cold.
that's true
Being cold.
because you get sick. Even I mean, you can be in Florida or
The trick
somewhere and
is,
wind up
what
with the
is the
flu.
condition of your body before
You get the shot.
before it gets cold, before the harsh weather sets in, and you can't take it. Because basically, you need to pay more attention to your health before that. So if you are drinking and smoking, you may need to get a shot. If you are eating a lot of red meat because it's good and you got the money to get it, you want to eat it every day, a whole slab of ribs to yourself, whatever you want to do, you got to understand that's going to cost you in the long run, and it's giving your body more work to do. And once it has more work to do, it gets tired and wore out and it gets weak. So your immune system starts to weaken, and that's your intestine, that's your stomach. The biggest of your immune system is in your stomach. So therefore, if you mistreat it and feed it things that are not good for you, your immune system is going to be weakened.
Well, that's where everything starts. All
All starts in
disease
your stomach.
starts in the
So we
gut.
have to watch what we eat, or not just what, but the amount of it. I was with a brother the other day. I stopped and got a burger. He got five. I was like,
But they had that now. They what kind of burgers were they?
it was, it was White Castle,
Yeah, well then that's what
but
you know.
five double. He knows what I'm talking about. Five double. He ate his before I could get two mine down.
I thought you said you got one. Now you're saying you got two.
Did I tell you one?
You just said one. Now,
That was the first one.
yeah, don't be
So
telling no stories now.
I had two. So,
Okay, so
but
he had three. He had three more.
but
Maybe he was
I'm
more
saying
hungry
that to
than you.
say I say that to say that we have to
And you
watch
know
out.
when people do get White Castle now, they usually get dozens. Some of them get a dozen.
God,
Oh, this is Mud and Jeff right now.
yeah, I see that. But what I'm trying to say is that we have to pay attention to our health.
Well, that ain't
We
paying attention going to White Castle. So what are
I'm
you
talking
doing
about
going to White
and
Castle?
everybody's not me. You can't do what I do. I can't do what you do.
Okay.
All right.
What are you doing going to White
I'm talking to the
Castle?
people out there who have bad eating habits and bad health and got already have certain conditions that they shouldn't be doing anything but watching what they eat and paying attention to their doctor and getting a checkup, especially the brothers. But we don't do that. So we get an ache or pain, we ain't telling nobody because we don't want to seem weak and we don't want to seem like we're paranoid or we just soft. That's what brothers say. So you need to get yourself checked out and before, because you have a condition that lingers on. Go to the doctor, get it checked out. Because the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Because if they catch it early, they can treat it early, and you may be able to survive it. Certain things, like your prostate, if you don't get it checked out right away, like a friend of mine, my barber, he just found out he got prostate cancer. I said, this late in life and you just got cancer? He said, yeah. He said, but they caught it early because I went to the doctor. He said, now they're treating it and I shouldn't have any problem. They should
Well,
clear
that's
it.
what they always say. If you catch it in stage one, really catch it early, you have a good chance of not even really having to be bothered doing chemo. You can basically do it with the radiation.
Yeah,
So it's
radiation.
always about catching something early
Right.
in its stage. But that's why I really and truly, I absolutely swear by probiotics. I think that is so. And you take like the 30 billion, that because the gut is where all your problems stem from. So you take them probiotics, get your I think to have I'd say maybe quarterly colonics are good if you do it maybe at least twice a year,
Well,
maybe in the
that's one thing
summer,
I can say
in the
about you.
spring.
You're up on all of those vitamins and nutrients and all of those supplements. You are on it.
Yeah, I try to
You got
be.
you got about a dozen of them at least. So you should be healthy. So nobody would ever believe that you 82 years old.
I don't know why they don't either. I mean, it's just
It's
incredible.
just unbelievable
I'm
that you
telling
look
you.
the way you look. It's amazing.
At 82, yeah, right. But yeah, that the herbs, like we always say, they are just absolutely they're great.
But you have to, because I was just talking to a friend of mine, Rabbi Hodges, telling him that it's not our fault that the world is the way it's in, because we're not used to taking all this stuff.
Yeah,
So we old school people are just not used to taking a lot of medicine because we didn't get sick. This is foreign to us because we grew up without having too much of a healthcare system because
mm,
it wasn't for us. So we had to learn how to cure ourselves. So we didn't get sick like that. So taking pills and taking this and taking that, it's just something we're not used to doing. So I had to explain to him that this is not the world you grew up in. This world is tainted. This world has problems. There's things in the air. There's things that's not in the food that you can't get anymore. You got to buy a supplement just to get those things. Like I'm vitamin D deficient. Why? Not in the food. Traces of it, but it's not enough for me. So I got to take a supplement to help my body, make more of it.
yeah,
So so time brings about a change. If you want to be around for the next millennium, take care of yourself. And especially guys, go to see a doctor and get checked out. You don't even if you don't do anything about it, it's like your car. Get it checked up. You might not be able to afford to get it fixed right now, but at least you know what's wrong.
no, you need, if you something's going on, you want to make
You
sure
want to
that
know
you
what
take
it
it.
is
We
and
always
what you
say
have to do and
you can nip it in the bud.
what you need to stop doing. And
Yeah,
don't be afraid to change and stop doing things that's not good for you. Anything that's not good for me, it's got to go.
yeah,
And anything that's not good for you, I don't care how well you like it, you tell your brain we ain't having it because it's
yeah.
not good for us. So don't do it.
Just like with women or men that tend to have the dark circles, you can one of the things that is very very good that will help to diminish it because they say that it comes from using the computer a lot.
That's us.
That's where a lot of the dark circles and all of that, of course, not getting rest, but it was amazing using the computer a lot. But if you get almond oil,
Well,
100% almond oil, and just rub in that area,
that's a good
that
idea.
that really helps that. And also coconut oil. But what I like about the almond oil, if you use that and put that on your eyes, you do it at night and you can sleep with it. And then in the morning you get up and then you wash your face as usual, and that's supposed to help a lot.
That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. But because the eyes are the windows to your soul.
Oh,
So
absolutely, we
therefore,
know
if you
that.
look at a person's eyes, you can almost tell exactly how they're feeling and what their life is like. And the muscles in the eyes are the strongest in your body
Yeah.
because they're always moving, constantly, every day, thousands of times a day that you blink. So
Between that and your knees.
yeah, that too. That's
Wow.
another
Now, what
industry.
are you thinking? What do you think about the knee replacement? You know, you hear so many people, and it is amazing to me how many women have this problem with their knees. I mean,
Well,
yeah, all ages, like Wanda B of our producer said, it's of all ages.
I'm going back to the point that this is the world we live in. I don't think it has anything to do with the body naturally breaking down. 'Cause we didn't have this problem before.
Oh, I think we had a lot of problems before. They just didn't
No.
name them like that.
Well,
The names
we
are
didn't have
more,
bad knees when people was in their 70s and 80s and 90s. When we were on the continent,
but they had
and
arthritis.
even today they don't have that.
Yeah.
We
But you're
got
talking about on the continent.
yes,
Yeah, but we're talking about
but
here
just
in
the same
America.
human beings. So you take them out of that environment into this environment, those things are going to occur. So it has to be uh, where you are, because it's not normal for the human body to break down like that. As far as knee replacements, I'm old school, so I don't like taking anything that I don't need, or if I need it, like pain medicine. I can do a lot of pain, and the medicine, the side effects is so bad till I won't take it. I'd much rather have the pain. I can deal with the pain, but the side effects are just horrendous. As a matter of fact, they're bold. They tell you on TV the side effects will kill you.
Oh
So
yeah, all
why
the
am I
side
taking
effects
it?
is unbelievable.
So why
Yeah.
would I want to take something like that? And they talk into it. Ask your doctor about this. Like I said before, this is the only country aside another small one that advertise medicine on TV. On
Really?
TV, telling your doctor and telling you what to tell your doctor. Because the doctor doesn't know about it, doesn't approve of it. I don't want it. Say, ask your doctor about this drug. That's what they're telling the patients
Yeah.
and the general public. Ask your doctor about that drug. Go to any other country and look at TV. You will not see that many medical commercials on TV. America, the only one, there's one other one that has those kind of commercials on TV about drugs they're trying to sell you. It's a drug culture. And
And that's why I guess I'm asking you about the knee replacements. And if you have to have a knee replacement for your quality of life, which
well,
is
it's
which
like
is
it's like anything else. It has to be really bad for me. I mean, I had to be suffering really bad. I had to be in some serious pain. It has to affect my life that I would get a knee replacement, and I would risk that kind of pain and rehabilitation to
because
make it worth it.
a lot of people suffer like with me. I go through a lot of stiffness
Yeah, but
as a
I'm talking about pain, serious
yeah, that's what
pain,
I'm talking about.
pain that keeps you from sleeping.
Right.
That's the time you need to think about doing something different.
Now, some people say that you shouldn't really have a knee replacement until you're about 80 because about if you have it early, you're gonna probably have to have it again in about 10 to 15 years.
But they got a
Now that's
time limit on the thing.
they say, well, some doctors now say they can last up to 30.
It's got a
So
wear
then
out date.
that means that if you have a knee replacement at 50, then that means at 80 you would probably have to have another one.
Then at that point, you probably won't make sense to have one.
Well, no, some people don't, but then some people wait until they're. Because I was talking to someone and they were saying that their mom is because they were talking about insurance and their mom was looking at getting one and she's about in her late
Well,
80s.
we want people out there in the internet world to know that you need to start taking care of yourself, because everything that you have and everything you might attain in life means nothing if you don't have your good health. So pay attention to the most important thing in life, and that's your health.
And then one of the things that I want to talk about, which a lot of people I think that are not really aware of, is a condition called lymphedema. And a lot of people might think that it's edema, but edema and lymphedema is two different things. Lymphedema is swelling in the lower extremities, and then some people have it in their arms, but and then you wonder what the heaviness is. And what it is, it's the retaining of fluid. And you really might not know, but when you see people, a lot of times, people think that it's that, oh, they didn't ate a lot, or they didn't did this or did that. But a lot of times it's not uh, fat to be fat. It is condition, and that condition basically is really in your lower extremities. When you see somebody with real heavy thighs, heavy
That's
legs,
lymphedema.
it's lymphedema. And a lot of people, if you look it up, lymphedema, and you'll see the heaviness in the legs and the thighs. And a lot of times people they don't realize, and they walk, they walk heavy. And then sometimes if it goes untreated, and because a lot of people don't really know what it is, if it goes untreated, then you can start having sores to break out on your legs. And a lot of times people really and truly don't know that that is the condition, because they
Well,
really don't have a cure
well, a
for it.
lot of doctors don't know either.
No, a lot of doctors don't know about lymphedema. They really don't.
So what's the
But
other one?
it's edema. But edema is just where you retain water in your body, really,
So you
and
retain
in your
water, but you
legs.
don't
But you
swell up.
don't swell up like that. I mean,
Oh,
your
okay.
legs can swell up, but not to the point where your bottom part is just where you're just almost
Huge. Yeah,
waddling and
yeah.
just really huge. And a lot of people don't really know that, and people think that it's always fat, but it's really and truly a condition.
Yeah,
So that's something that
I saw quite a few people like
and
that.
that's why you need to do your compression stockings. A lot of times when you have that condition, they wrap your legs, wrap your thighs, and that's the problem. That's the condition.
Well, we want you to get treatment and get anything you need to do to get healthy for 2020.
Yeah.
So next year we're gonna have. Matter of fact, we should have a series on what to do about certain conditions that we can get better.
Well, that's our
Because I,
segment, our health
because
segment.
I'm getting, I'm tired of people talking about something. We got treatments for this, we got treatments for that. I don't want a treatment. I want a cure.
Yeah, because all it is a band-aid.
Right. I want you to treat anything. I want you to cure it, get rid of it. I don't want it anymore. And I know we can do that. We can go to the moon. We can cure anything.
Absolutely. We're here at IntellectualRadio.com with Here's the Life with Zemrah. Of course, my better half, Ed. And we're going to hear a little bit from
That's
Love is
who.
Possible
That's
CD.
who I am.
Let's open up and go inside. And if you want it, you got it forever. I can't stay there inside you. I love you, baby. Let the music take your mind. Just release and you won't find you're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together. The music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Cruise. I love it when we're cruising together.
I love it when we're cruising with you. Cruising together. Yeah, that's on from my CD Possible. And you gotta, if you want to get a copy, you can always go to Zemrah1 at yahoo.com and just send me an email. We will mail you a copy. And hey, we want this music to.
It's perfect. It's perfect company for the drive home.
Yeah.
It's perfect company for that.
Yeah.
Everybody ought to have at least one copy. I get two. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love this CD. I think it has a lot of texture to it. The music is just absolutely different. It's wonderful. But I was sharing with Ed too that this is urban jazz, but I really, really want to do, a stomp down jazz CD. I mean,
Oh,
no contemporary, none of that.
I like to open
I
up a
just want
jazz.
to
I
do
like to
a
open up a. I
real
like to open up a
jazz.
jazz club.
Yeah. But I really, really want to do absolute jazz CD, and I'm going to be working on that
For
before this year
grown-ups
is out.
only.
That's right. Because people don't, to me, jazz is just,
It's music for the soul.
it really is, just like with blues.
We are soul
Uh,
people, so that's our music.
yeah. And to me, I still say the jazz does not get the recognition that it should get. And it seems like I was listening to, we went to Harold Morrison and his lovely wife, Vivian Morrison. They had a 50th uh, beautiful, beautiful anniversary renewing their vows this past Saturday. And Ed and I attended at Unity Church in Evanston. And it was absolutely done of class. It's wonderful.
Beautiful.
Harold is a dynamic drummer, and he's played with me before and for me. And I've been on one of his shows before, and he's just a wonderful guy, him and his wife. And
The smoking Harold, I loved it.
yeah, he gave me his CD, and it was really, really. I mean, it was jazz musicians, and it was wonderful, wonderful.
That's something you don't see a lot
Yeah,
or enough these live musicians playing,
yeah.
which has a whole different kind of feel to it.
Yeah, and you don't and like I say, where are the jazz spots? You don't. It's not a lot of them. It's just not.
It's grown-up music, baby. It's for people who are mature. You have to mature into jazz. It's music for the people who have studied the soul and can and feel.
Yeah, because I
Not
love it.
see
'Cause
the
you can
words and
just
songs today tell you what to feel, but jazz lets you make up your own story.
yeah, you can just do
It's
what you want.
just
That and blues.
right.
You can just do what you want to do with it, and it's
Well,
just I just love it. So
blues
I'm gonna
are
do me a jazz now. I see you is a little jazzy from my CD, but I want to do. I was working on something the other morning
we
when I
want to
got
bring you
up.
some really good
Yeah, I
music
want to do
because
some
you deserve
jazz.
it.
I want to
You
do a
really
real
deserve it.
jazz piece. So that's what I'm going to be working on. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, my Love is Possible CD is very, 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 very scrumptious. I love it. So um, next week, I'm very excited. Although she was here yesterday
Mhm.
talking politics like she knows how to
But she's
do,
gonna be on our
but
show.
she's going to be right
That's
here at
big difference.
Intellectual Radio, uh, where we're going to talk about her. And I heard she had a great interview though yesterday because she knows how to speak on what she knows about as far as politics is concerned. And of course, Roman Morrow, he knows the exact thing to say about politics because that's what he does.
So tell us,
And
pray
he,
tell, who is this mystery person?
oh, so anyway, shout out to Roman for a great, great interview. Matter of fact, I was checking it out this morning, and I finished listening to it this evening. But you always give a wonderful, wonderful interview, and what you do is politics, and you know so much about what people need to, need to be up on because everybody doesn't necessarily listen to the
And her
news
name
or listen
is
to the radio. And so, shout out to Roman for a great interview with Miss Hermine Hartman of Indigo.
yes,
So
baby.
she's going to be here, and we're going to talk about. She's coming up on October 5th with her TV show. And so we're very excited about that. This is something that her heart has been longing for a long
Is
time.
that a talk show?
And so it's
Talk show,
going to be a
right?
talk show. Yeah.
Excellent.
And so I'm very excited for her. So we're going to talk about the lady herself. And that's going to be a very, very exciting show. So make sure you tell everybody that to tune in for Hermine Hartman. We're going to talk about her upcoming show October 5th.
October 5th.
She's going
October
to
5th,
be
that's
on
next Tuesday.
NBC. She's going to be on 26, the U, and then Fox. So those are some great, great, and I think she's on at 7 p.m. on one of them, but one of them is 1 o'clock in the morning. I think that's ABC, and I mean NBC, and then I think 26 might be in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. So
So when's she gonna be
we're
here?
looking forward. She'll be here next Tuesday
Thank you.
with us,
Okay.
6 to 7, and we're going to with her co-host Shannon. So we're looking forward to talking with the both of them and them sharing uh, their their show with us. It'll be coming up. So next coming up behind us is none other than Pillow Talk. So you want to stay tuned for that. And so we just hope that every time that we bring you something, that it's something that you can share, something that you can hold on to yourself. We pride ourselves in that and making sure that we give a little, like we say, a little food for thought. Because when we say, here's the life, and we say, no complaints and no regrets. That's what we want for you. We don't want you to have any complaints, any regrets. We want you to take good care of yourself. And we're going to have Miss Wilda Belt back because right now she is in Ghana.
The travel lady.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is in Ghana. So I know she's having a great time. And she does wonderful, wonderful travel. So shout out to Wilda Belt. So right about now, we're going to hear my favorite song, which is number 3, You Are. Those lyrics, just you got to use it for your wedding, for your anniversary. And we dedicated that song strictly to Harold and Vivian for their 50th. I had someone call me up and tell me that they fell in love with their wife all over again when they heard that song. So listen to this. And we're going to go out.
You are my baby, my darling, my love. You are music to my ears. You are the beat of my heart. You are my joy, my peace, my love. You are the place my life starts. Yes, you are my inspiration. You are my happy. You are my tears. You are the sugar in my coffee, chocolate in my cake. Yes, you are. Now make no mistake, baby, you are. You are. You are the place my life starts. Yes, you are. You are daybreak news. And baby, with you I know I'll never be blue. You are the color in red. So bold, so bold, yeah. You are, baby, you are. You are the wet in the rain, the hurt and pain. You are, baby, you are the place like stars. You are the juice in the peach, so sweet to the taste. You're the sunny in the sun, moonlight bright as the night. Yes, you are. Chocolate in my cake.
That is really one of my favorite songs. The lyrics just to me, they just melt me. Pam did that as a poem. And she gave that to me, and I just took and added the music and everything to that. And I just want to thank Pam for having such an ability to write. She is definitely, I mean, a writer. She's phenomenal. And I want to thank her for sharing those lyrics with me because I just love that song. I really do. So we want you to make sure that you like us on Facebook. And like I said, if you're getting married, if you just want to tell your man you love him, I'm saying those lyrics just say it all. But we really want to really push this song. You are.
Anybody that you play that song for is truly blessed.
Yes, that song is just, oh my God, I just love it. But you're here at IntellectualRadio.com. Ed and I are here every Tuesday from 6 to 7. And we're coming behind us again is Pillow Talk. And we want you to make sure that you like me again on Facebook. Let us know that you like our segments. And we've got some special things really working on. We want this to be really and truly a very special time. We always want to thank our producers, Earl Winfrey and Wanda B, for giving such a wonderful platform for us to be able to share our innermost thoughts, our wisdom, our ideas, our thoughts, and hopefully what we share with you that it makes your day like you make ours. So we want to thank you for those that did join us this evening, and we're going to say good evening.
And here at Intellectual Radio, where everyone comes to feed their brain.
Yeah.
And as always, I want to thank Earl and Wanda for let me be myself again.
Have a good night. Remember, love is possible, and you know it is.